Well, welcome back, everybody. Our next guest has spent the last 3 decades traveling to more than 70 countries. He's been bit, chased, shot at, jailed, and had his finger stitched on twice.
Literally.
Yeah.
His new book out is called From Icebergs to Iguanas. It is an amazing book. He's wildlife photographer Jason Edwards, and he's now in our studios. Which
Good to see you.
Yeah, we had such a great time with you when we had him on last time.
Zoom, yes. We've had you on before.
Yes, we did it remotely, but it's so wonderful to be in the studio. Thank you.
And we go, well, listen, if you're ever in Orlando, and so he took it. So you're a man of your word.
Yes.
So we appreciate that. And what a great book you have.
Yeah, thank you. And look, it was one of those things when you sit down with a glass of wine and you say to yourself, what stories meant something to me? And then I made a list. And this is the start of that journey with more to come.
I love it.
We've had you on before, talked to you via Zoom, and like Mitch mentioned, it's so nice because normally we extend that invitation. We never see people in studio, so the fact that you've showed up is fantastic. It's great.
It's only a short swim from Australia, so
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
Right. What would you say is the most dangerous situation you've ever found yourself in?
Well, I mean, you'd have to narrow it down by country, but I think the reality is that when things go sideways, as we say, it's my brain functions really well in those scenarios, and I become quite calm. And my wife, Megan, would say that I'm fantastic in a zombie apocalypse and terrible in everyday life. but I literally, just before I came to Florida, I was doing underwater work in Palau, in Oceania, and we were doing Japanese World War II wrecks and all of these things, really deep diving.
Wow.
But above us, Super Typhoon Regasa was destroying the Philippines and all of these areas. So in those situations, you know, you really need to have your game face on because you're deep, the calculations are quite complex, and then you're coming up and there's a typhoon going on above you. So it was an interesting day, interesting week in the office.
Yeah, and to tell the story is so cool about that.
Yeah.
You know, and something I've noticed about photographers, and I'm sure you can know this with your partner, is the fact that they see the world different ways. You know, because they look in a frame and they really do have a different view on the world. Now, everything that's happening, you've traveled the world. Do you see the world differently because of what you do? Do you feel? I mean, I know it's hard to say because you're doing it, but do you think maybe differently?
I think I do because I see the minutiae. I see all the little things.
Yeah. Right.
And I can't turn that off. So if I'm sitting here, I'm seeing frames I'm composing
I
you.
know exactly what you're talking about, yeah.
So when I travel, people say, oh, you don't see anything because you're always looking through the lens. But it's actually the opposite because I have to see everything. So if there's something small, something large, something in the background, I'm meant to find those frames. So it's quite overwhelming, and especially when you're in 10, 20, 30 countries a year, you can imagine it's quite overwhelming sometimes.
Certainly.
I love during the commercial break we were talking to him, and Jason went to Disney yesterday for the first time ever.
First time ever.
And Mitch was like, did you go to Epcot? And he's like, I've traveled the world. Why would I want to go to Epcot? I've done the real
I do
thing.
enough eating as it is. I don't need to go to Epcot and eat my way around the world.
I love that.
Yeah.
You give great advice to new photographers, and you know, I would imagine you probably subscribe to that. There's really no bad image if it's just you can make one look really good, right?
Correct.
And you know, what do you think actually comprises a good photo? What do you need? What's the recipe?
I think where people fall down is that they don't lead people into their story. So you should think about, okay, I'm here, you're not there, you don't hear the smells, the sounds, the tastes. So how can I bring you into that story? So have your lines leading in to the point of focus of the image. Don't let them drift out to the sides. It doesn't mean that everything has to be in the middle, but make sure that there's enough interesting elements in the composition. Everything has a place. So if you can lead people in with your lines and have important parts of the picture prominent, then people who are not there, they get drawn into your experience. Yeah.
I love that because in looking at your photos, I feel as though I can smell and taste and just sort of get the vibe of the entire environment just from the colors and the images in the photos.
Yeah.
You're part of something new, Stormcatcher.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for many years I've traveled the world, decades, and helping people learn about cultures, faith, biodiversity, climate, things like that, but I don't get to do it in Australia. So I'm actually producing a property on the coast. It's 70 kilometres of ocean beach, nothing between the sand and Antarctica, for people to come, students and folks like yourself, to drink wine, sit on the beach, learn about storytelling, learn about all of the things that connect us with nature. And I've just been at the University of Pennsylvania as a distinguished visiting fellow, and so we're now working on programs that we can run down there for people in the States as well. So it's really exciting.
I love, first off, if you're the type of person, if I came across you at a party, I'd probably be with you the entire night. Could tell all kinds of stories.
We would totally court you and never let you go.
So yeah, we'll let you know that. But I want to talk a little bit about like how photography has really kind of changed. Do you think that it will come back? Everybody has a camera now,
yes.
Which and you give great advice on how to do that. But it seems like there are still those purists that hold on to film and old cameras. Do you think that resurgence, much like in audio, will return back?
Well, it is now. So I still shoot film on every assignment as well as digital. So the fold-out images in the book are shot on panoramic. I love film. Film's amazing, and Kodak and Fuji and everyone are manufacturing film again, which is amazing. People are buying film cameras, because I think the process of creating needs to be slowed down a little bit. But what I suggest to people in digital, whether it's phones or digital cameras, is take less. Less is more. Yeah. You don't need 1,000 frames. You're really only looking for a handful that connect you with that experience. So don't worry about tapping or taking lots of images. And because people are now, I think even with AI, I think people are realizing things have gone a little bit too far.
I agree with you.
You know, post-production needs to be pulled back, and AI is like, it's fun, but it's not real.
We could talk to you all day for hours. We are out of time. The book is called From Icebergs to Iguana. Where can people find more information?
You can find it online at Amazon straight away, and it's ready for the market. So.
Put down your screens, pick up this book. You'll be mesmerized. It's a huge book as well. Jason Evers, thank you so much for joining us.